Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm just going to do a little review here of the Parkside Pole Saw. So let's go and have a look now and do an unboxing. So just to specify, this isn't a paid promotion. I've paid for this myself out of my own money. Just want to clarify that before we get going. So it's a bare unit. You have to pay for the battery and charger separately. And this bare unit was $39.99. So we look what's in the box here. Move the camera in a bit closer. So, got the actual handle part. Presumably this allows you to adjust the handle at whatever angle, and then presumably that must nip it up somehow. It looks that way. Yeah, that just tightens it up so you can adjust the handle there. This looks like a to put a strap on, like a shoulder strap. And then of course you've got a power switch here. Then in the box you also got two instruction leaflets. One is about safety goggles. The other one's actually the pruner itself. It's a 20-volt unit. Then in the box here that's the chain guard. That looks like the strap. Chain oil. That must be the chain cover. And here is, that's the chain. There's the chain bar. So we'll have to put that together. Pretty sure that must be the goggles. Yeah. Just got a pair of safety goggles with it as well. Okay. Like I said, it comes as a bare unit. So then it recommends the 4Ah battery. You can see that's the 4Ah, 20 volt 4Ah battery. They do a 2Ah, but it recommends using the 4. You get, it lasts longer if you're doing more cutting. And then here's the charger. So that was $9.99, and this battery, I think it was $24.99. So the whole thing comes in just under £75. And what I like about it, for a start, is you get a 3-year warranty with everything. So with the battery, with the charger and the unit, you get a 3-year warranty. Right, so I'll get the thing assembled. I'll bring you back and we'll have a quick look at it. Alright then guys, I haven't got the power pack in yet, but I just wanted to show you, so far I haven't extended it to its full height either, but so the handle has a kind of quick adjusting thing on it. So here you just unlock this red handle here, and that allows you to rotate to a different position, whatever's comfortable, and also you can slide the handle up and down by loosening it further to whatever position, you know, like I say, you just have to sort of try it out really and find out what's comfortable, and just it's quite quick to tighten back up. Again, I wouldn't, just make sure that it's firm, I wouldn't over tighten it though. Everything's sort of plastic on here, so I'd be a little bit anxious about the threads getting stripped. This part here is a quick release, and again there's a hex key, a hex nut. You don't get a hex key with it, you've got to use your own, but you kind of push it and then that allows you to shorten or extend the pole, and then just pushing it down locks it in position. Just moving up here towards the cutting head. So this part just unscrews, and then the head just detaches like so. So you just make sure that it's, when you put it back on, it's fully back to there, and then it just locks up with this. It feels quite heavy duty, that part actually. And of course, if you want to change the angle of the cutting head, remove the battery first, and then it's this part here. Yeah, so you, and then it locks, so you've got that's straight obviously, then you've got a 30-degree angle, and then it'll go to 60 degrees, and you can see it's nice and locked in position there, obviously depending on the angle of branching that you want to cut. The oil filler cap is here, and it has a window on the other side. Again, I'll just change the camera angle. Just there then is the oil fill window, and the bottle of oil they give you, it's just about enough to fill the tank completely. I haven't filled it just completely, but again, very important to make sure that before you use it, you make sure that there's plenty of oil in the tank and that it's actually lubricating the chain. So we'll have a look at that in a minute. So this part here is the actual chain tensioner, and at the moment, I'm just thinking if that's in the viewfinder, I've kind of got it, so you've got to be careful you don't cut yourself, but you can see it's pretty tight, just and so pulls from the bar. So I think that's probably about right. But obviously once you've been running it a while, the chain will heat up and it'll become looser, so you need to ensure that you just adjust the chain accordingly as you're using it. So here's the battery. See, it's a 20 volt 4Ah battery. It's quite substantial, quite heavy. So it goes that way up with those pointing upwards. Just slide it in. It clicks into place. Yeah, it is working. I can definitely see splashes of oil on the cardboard there. So other features to mention is there's a kind of safety thing. The handle actually is underneath, but you have to press this down first to actually get it to work. So obviously it's like if it cuts out, so it's like quite a nice safety thing built in there. And then moving up, the carrying strap, I found it when I first unboxed it, it was kind of down here somewhere, which is you need to definitely move it up. So I think the instruction leaflet says it needs to be kind of around hip height. and then of course you can adjust. There's an adjustable thing so that it fits you snugly, and likewise with the handle, as I've already said, you know, you want to just get that comfortable for the height you are as a person, and also kind of what you're comfortable with. The quick release button I've already said, and the screw there that you can take the actual saw head on and off, you know, when you're dismantling it for storage or what have you. And then there's a chain guard. So there's chain guard in place. I think it's just because it's new. Obviously it'll loosen the more that you. I found that I had to fairly well, you know, give it a good tap to get it on in the first time. But again, useful to you want to keep that in place while you're transporting it around and everything. So let's just get it to its full extension. So again, the quick release handle here, push it sort of away and then up. That feels to be the maximum, and then just make sure that you lock it back in place, and that's secure now. That's with my arms fully extended. As I say, I don't think I'll be able to sustain because it's pretty damn heavy, so I don't think you'll be able to, you know, kind of sustain that height of cutting for long. You'd have to have frequent breaks, I would say. Right, guys, so I've come down to the micro orchard here, and we'll test this pole saw out. I've got some thin stuff. The only way I can do it is to weigh it down, as you can see, with a heavy log. I'm just on my own. I've got nobody to hold it. So that's about 1.25 inches or thereabouts. So we'll start off with that and just kind of see, you know, how it does. Try again. Right, so this is about 1.75 inches, I would say. Well, that seemed alright. But turn this log over, that's about 3 inches thick. No problem with that. Just try one more. This is a big heavy piece of hawthorn. I'm not sure how it'll cope with this one. That's probably 4 or 5 inches thick. Well, it coped with that fine actually, so I imagine I could probably go up to maybe 7 or 8 inches and it would cope with it. So, what's the verdict? Well, it's not meant to be a professional machine. You know, you just saw then that it can cope with fairly reasonable thick branches. I mean, anything I've got here in the micro orchard isn't going to be as thick as that. You know, it's probably going to be 3 inches at maximum, I guess so. And the same applies to the trees I've got at home, so I can't see any issues with that. It could actually come really handy for when I go up the field. My mate there, he's got some big sycamore branches that would be really handy for firewood to drop those with, so I think it would be great for that. It's a 2-hour charge time on the battery, which isn't bad. Again, I'm not sure how much run time, somewhere between, I suppose it depends on how hard you work in it, you know, kind of that sort of thing, and what you're doing. But if you get half an hour, you know, that's not bad. And I like the fact that the head, can we get in there? You've got this swivel action head, is quite a nifty feature. So I like that. I'm not a bit dubious about the plastic release, quick release thing. You know, I would prefer if it was made of metal, to be honest, and I think the hex screw, it doesn't grip it very well, you know, it tends to come loose quite a lot, so I think that could be improved, maybe, you know, make it out of metal or something. But, you know, up to 4 metres, you know, cutting height, yeah, like I said, I don't think I'd be able to work at that, because with your arms in full extent, you know, and I do have a few musculoskeletal problems, I think I would struggle with that, but certainly for a younger person maybe that would be okay. But in summary, you know, I love the 3-year guarantee. For under £75 it came in at 3-year warranty on the battery, the charge of the unit. I'm sure it's going to suit my needs just fine, so hope you've enjoyed that review, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.